What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be briefly reviewing the, I don't know how to say this, the IMOUM Live cordless pressure washer. I was sent this by the company to test and make a video on, so that's what we're doing. I thought the idea of having a cordless pressure washer would be amazing, frankly, because oftentimes there are places you can't, a hose won't get to, or an outlet won't reach. And you know, definitely when you're a homeowner and you have to do siding and stuff like that, or just a driveway. Look at this thing, it's terrible. So I've already tested it out, and no, it did not do that. But I thought that was a good comparison because that was a professional job right there. Even though they didn't finish, it was before I bought the house. I guess they started and said, forget that, that's way too much driveway to do. But yeah, it was able to knock this out, and it wasn't able to get all the mold there, but it didn't do a bad job. So let me go ahead and demonstrate it for you. So let's first talk about what we have. We have a wand, and it does come with a soaper extension. So you would take this out and then you put that in there to just apply soap, and then you pop this back on to actually spray the water. This is where you put the battery handle. There's a power button here, and we turn it off to conserve battery, and it has 3 modes. It's on, it's low, medium, and then you have your high right there. Then you have your hose here, but see, now this is pinched because of the way it was inside of the packaging, and that could be affecting the water and the pressure. I'm sure it is, but I'm going to test this as is. Now what I'm going to do is I'll take a heat gun and kind of warm this up, and then I'll work it. All right, and then we have the tubing, and then we have this filter that suctions the water up into this and into the machine. So you can use this with a bucket. I just have a regular mop bucket here, and there we go. So here's what we do. We just take this and you stick it in there. You got to make sure it's submerged. Don't make sure it's not floating. All right, so it's down in there real good. And now you turn it on, which is not all that easy to do with one hand. I'm gonna turn it on high so you guys can really see it work. And we pick it up. Now, another thing I do like about this, let's kind of get out of the sun a little bit so you can see, is how you adjust this. You know, in your traditional pressure washers, you have to attach different nozzles to it, and those are easily lost. But here, you don't have to do that. I know it's a little blurry. I apologize for that. Here you don't have to do that. You just simply rotate it to what you want and get your different spray pattern. The problem with that is, with those nozzles, you can usually rotate it so it's more versatile. So if you need to go horizontally across the concrete or across your siding, you could just rotate the nozzle, and then there you go. And if you want to go vertically, you just rotate the nozzle again. Here, it's just vertical, and there's nothing you can do about that. But for the price, you know, that might not be too big of a deal, especially if you were doing fencing, and that's really what this is for like fences and stuff. So now it's really heavy over there. Let's go ahead and test over here, and it's really not that loud either. Okay, so I'm on like the soaper. Sorry about that. So that's just a regular hose, which is good for washing cars. Let's put it on 15. All right, here we go. Let's see what it does on 0. There you go. Clearly you can see it's easy to handle, and I'm going to try to talk over it to see how loud it is. It's really not that loud. It's the quietest pressure washer I've ever used, but it's also probably not as powerful. Now let's go ahead and check the battery, and then after we check the battery and see what that is, we'll go ahead and go inside of the house and we'll compare it to other units, because again, this is tool deals, and so we'll look at pricing, warranty, and all that good stuff. So looking at the battery, we have lost 1 bar, but we'll talk about charging as well, because I don't think I charged the battery all the way up. All right, so now we're in the garage. I just wanted to show you guys what it comes with. It does come with a little collapsible bucket right here. I mean, you can use that in a pinch. So that's convenient. The thing is, just when you fill this up with water, I don't think it's gonna, well, it stands all right. It stands all right. So that would be my concern, it not holding its weight, but it actually holds its weight pretty well and collapses easily. So there you go. Open up the case. And this is something that I would assume is going to be missing in a lot of the big brand name pressure washers. So they don't generally come with these cases. So we see here it has the foaming, the detergent attachment, and then you just have your slots. Up here is where the instructions go. All right, here's also the charger. And here's one of the things I don't like about it. When you charge this thing, you plug it into the battery. Where's the battery? You plug it into here in the battery. That's how you charge it. And here's the issue with that. Inside the instructions, and you do read the instructions when you buy things, right? Okay. So in the instructions, it tells you it takes about 3 hours to charge the 3 amp hour battery. So I guess we can assume that if you had a 4 amp hour, it'd be 4 hours, but I don't know how many batteries this company has. But they said it takes about 3 hours to charge this battery. Now, it also says, be sure to not overcharge it. And most modern batteries have protections inside of it where you're charging. Once it's full, it stops charging. This does not do that. So like now, I'm down 1 bar. I mean, I don't know how long to leave this on a charger for. So even when it came with 3 bars. And so I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't want to overcharge it. So that will be a problem in the future, I believe. Now, let's talk about the ergonomics of this thing. So it's pretty comfortable in hand. You saw what I did, what I was able to write. It's obviously a little front heavy without the battery in it. But here is my gripe with it. When you pick it up, you can't pick it up without depressing this switch. You can, but you got to really have some finesse and kind of pick it up on the edges here, and then you can push it. So I don't really like that part of it. To get this wand in wasn't the easiest. I'm going to see how easy or not it is to get it off. And you need to twist it and then pull it. Maybe push it. Okay, well, it's not that bad. You got to push it in and then pull it out. Not that bad. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the ergonomics. But does it work? Sure. Yeah, it works just, I don't want to say as advertised, because it advertises that it produces 900 PSI. And maybe that's possible. I'm sure it could be a little stronger if I remove that kink from the hose. We have the hose here, and after it dries, I guess you put the hose inside of there. And this is kind of just hanging out inside the box. I don't really recall how this is in there. Now, if you want to put everything back in, this has its own little slot here, and then the orange piece has its little slot here. But I will say, pulling that hose on and off of this, I wouldn't keep doing it, because eventually it's going to wear down. You have to keep cutting it down. I would just leave it on and leave this thing hanging up to dry out somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how it looks when it's all packaged up. And again, I appreciate that in a tool that has a case, because I like things to be neat without, oh, there we go. There, that's it. All right. So let's go on ahead and take it to the computer, and we'll compare it to some other tools from Home Depot. All right, so here we are at the Amazon page for this thing, and as we see, it's a 6-in-1 brushless cordless pressure washer. It says max 950 psi. When you look at the description, it'll tell you that it's 900 psi rated. Again, it didn't feel like it was really a whole lot of pressure coming out of that thing, but it could be because my hose was kinked. I do like the 6 different positions on the nozzle. So you have your 0 degree, 15 degree, 25, 40. The shower, which you guys saw me do, which is great for cleaning cars. And then also they have a foam. So let's go look at Home Depot for some other larger brand name pressure washers. So we have 2 offerings from Ryobi. This is obviously a brushed one, and then we have this brushless one. Then we have 2 from DeWalt, and wow, they just get up there with all the different accessories and all of that from Ryobi. Okay, so then you even have one from Sunjo. I wouldn't go there. The reason why I like the Ryobi and the DeWalt is because they're batteries that you can use with them. You can use with a number of different tools. So that is a bonus there. But when we look back at this, I can't pronounce it, IMOUMLIVE, it's $125. Now we come back over here to Home Depot, and here we go. You have the Ryobi for $99. Then you have this brushless Ryobi, which is more apples to apples, for $119. And strangely, you have this tool only DeWalt for $219, but the same exact one with some accessories and a battery and charger for $179, which is okay. But let's take a look at this Ryobi, which is more apples to apples. That DeWalt did not get good reviews, and I have not had great experiences with DeWalt pressure washers either. You know, the nozzle here only has, well, if we come down here and read, because they don't have a picture, the nozzle only has 3 positions, turbo, 15, and rinse, which is not all that ideal. But other than that, this thing is kind of killing the other one in terms of features. So we see that we can connect a hose to it, which is wildly convenient. You can also connect just a water bottle to it. It has an adapter for that. And then you can also connect a bucket, like how they have here, and then just have the thing going into the bucket, as we can see right here, just like the one we just used. Some other little features, you see we can pick up the pressure washer here without activating the trigger easily. Then there's also a cover for the battery, which I also like. It protects your batteries. I wonder if this extends, because I don't know if you guys noticed with the other one, it's a pretty short nozzle. The older brush version from Ryobi has an extension here, so you can keep it short or you can extend it out, which I actually appreciate. And then we also have a bunch of different accessories here. Well, I guess this might be the extender, or just a version where you can attach your own nozzles to, which again comes in handy. And again, just a gang of accessories. You have all this for $119. Well, all this is not included, but you get to me, a better designed pressure washer for $119. It's only 600 psi. And that's probably why it only has 15 degrees and turbo and rinse for its cleaning. Granted, the one that I was sent does come as a kit. So it comes with the battery, the charger, the whole 9. But again, I'm not very fond of that battery and how it could be easily overcharged if you're not paying attention to it. And again, the ergonomics here are not all that favorable, because when you pick it up, it's very easy to activate that trigger. So would I recommend this at $124? Probably not. I think this is a better deal at maybe anywhere between $79, maybe $99. It does work, and it works well to me. I can't speak for the longevity and the durability, but right now it works pretty well. So I'll leave a link to this in the description. Check for deals. Again, this is a whole kit, unlike the other offerings that I just showed you over from Home Depot, where you can get the kit here with the DeWalt for $179. But again, the reviews are better on the Ryobi, and I personally also have not had great experience with DeWalt pressure washer, so I'd never buy another one or recommend one. So anyway, that's it for today's video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.